Why does accountability seem to move so much slower when you're dealing with the rich and powerful? I mean, there's a lot of reasons for this, and I'm going to go into a brief bit of it because I could probably talk about this all day as I've been thinking about it all darn day. So, I'm seeing pundits online and journalists talk about how quickly, how swiftly England and Europe is moving to hold some of these very powerful men that were listed as co-conspirators in the Epstein files accountable. And it seems like there's no accountability here just yet. We even have Ghislaine Maxwell, who's not fully taking responsibility for her actions in all of this, and instead she's looking to get her sentence commuted. So, you know, that woman has absolutely no remorse about what she has done. But not what I wanted to talk about. So I started thinking about the difference between our country and England. And what I kind of came down to was not just the difference in our countries legally, our legal systems are different, but our ability to tolerate scandal is a little bit different. It seems to me in Europe and in England, their tolerance level, their threshold for dealing with scandal is nil. It's like an immediate head on a platter, like Mandelson fired, Andrew, no title. And in our country, we don't do that. Unless it's like, a musician or something, of course, we're going to get all up in that scandal. But when it comes to politicians or people that are very well connected in our country, we don't seem to move that quickly. And part of that is the way that the system is designed, the way that the elite are viewed by the normal people, the normies, the people like me who don't have billions of dollars, and how we kind of hold them up to a higher standard, or they're almost untouchable in our brains because they have so much money and so much power. Part of that also is the way that their power structure works within their groups, and how they have a tendency to kind of look the other way and make excuses for people because of what they can get from them, what they can gain from being in close proximity with them, or because of what they can get from that other person, right? So some of it is philanthropy, some of it's connections, those types of things. So that's that part of it. But I really think it has a lot to do with the way that our systems are set up, right? Like, we have incredibly strong legal systems that we want to move as quickly as we can, but the wheels of justice do not move swiftly in our country. Part of that is because of the way that our Constitution is written in the Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendments, right? First and foremost. The other piece of it is there's a very strong burden of proof. And you would think that with millions and millions and millions of pages of documents, that this would have been something that would have been resolved way back before. But, I do believe that there's something far more nefarious going on. But I digress. What I finally came to was a thesis. And that thesis is, I wrote it down, that different systems rely on different combinations of legal process, cultural norms, and institutional design, which can account for how quickly and visibly accountability occurs. So, for example, what's happening with Mandelson and with Prince Andrew, I think you're looking at less of a public tolerance for impropriety there, right? And while they have been fired and their titles have been relinquished, it doesn't translate to criminal accountability, right? And in our country, we're working towards criminal accountability, not just people losing their jobs. Although we all want some people to lose their jobs, right? So all of that to say, I didn't get much further than that. I really did a kind of a deep dive on victims and victims' rights, and I'll probably go into that some other time. But as for now, I think I'm done. I'm spent. It's been a very intense mental day. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say. I know this was long and rambling, but I had to get it out. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for listening. As I like to say, thanks for listening to me talk to myself.